Is that good water, bro? You drinking that water?
We're drinking something different. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.
You get us water.
You needed something different
You climbed the...
than water?
just needed the water, bro.
So, what's up, guys? Chilling today.
Down.
Destiny video, college. We're coming back to it.
You already know.
You know how it is, man.
College gang.
Let's get it. Did you start the line?
Yeah.
Million.
Yeah, bro.
What I did was incredibly rare. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Okay. So this is an interesting topic for me because I taught college for a year. I actually got a master's degree. I got my
what?
BA. So I got my BA in Spanish and marketing.
So you know she's unmarried. That's right. Yeah.
Why do you say that?
You know she's unmarried because she has a master's degree.
She's
Well,
unmarried?
no, she's no, I don't know unmarried, but I don't know. Maybe she's not unmarried.
Are you trying to say it's because she's like
It's
an
harder for her
intelligent
to
woman?
it's harder for her to find a partner apparently when
At
you're a
this
woman
pos-
and
at
you
this
have like a
time?
high position. When you have like a master's degree and you make a good amount of money, you know, women typically want a man that makes more than them even.
That's like also when a man like he just focusing on your career and your school.
I mean,
I'll
like,
look at it like that.
is that okay?
To what?
No.
Be like focus on. If you don't have anything else to do, then fuck yeah.
Okay, well we can talk about that later. That's another topic.
I thought I was going to go and do something in the business field, and that learning a second language would be an asset.
No,
I
I'm
got
just saying
a
what
scholarship
you
to go do an MA at Columbia in Spanish, and I said, "Oh, this will be great. I'll perfect, my Spanish. Fantastic." Hated it, loathed it. Came out. I taught college for a year, and then I went and I taught at a private school in Manhattan, grades 7 through 12. I was a dean there. Basically an advisor doing a whole bunch of stuff. I also taught in a Catholic school, so I've had a pretty extensive experience teaching. I'm somebody who tells people, this is my advice. You mentioned STEM here.
Do you love Gantt charts? Here's how easily you can build one in ClickUp. Let's map out the tasks for your Gantt chart. And
He went to college for like.
STEM is very different than a liberal arts degree. So you're talking about specialized use. I'm guessing that you mentioned STEM because that is more specified.
I mentioned STEM because I don't want to go through the
technology.
argument of because technically people that get philosophy degrees and English and history degrees, one, English and history is important to society, and the degradation of these degrees, we don't care about arts or any of that. That's all silly. We only care about is silly. But I didn't want to have that argument with him at that particular point in time.
Okay, can we have it? Can we have that discussion now? Are you
If you'd like
comfortable
to,
having that?
sure.
I would love to because
Yeah.
I had that degree, and what happened to me was I graduated from, and let me tell you my story. I don't know if it'll help you or not, but I graduated from college. I had a 4.0. I worked my butt off. I loved it. I loved studying. I was a professional student. I went to Columbia. I graduated with all honors. I come out and I go to get a job. And do you know what I knew how to do? Nothing. I had no practical skills. None. Knew how to do nothing. Seriously, I went to go get a job at an insurance company and I was like, what am I going to do? I don't have any practical skills. I could think. I could talk. I could do all of that stuff, but I didn't have any practical skills for the workforce. So I wandered around and meandered around and all that stuff. So here's how I feel about college. If you're going for something specified, say you want to be an engineer, something very, very specific where you're going to go, you're going to study, you're going to acquire a certain skill set, you're going to come out, you're going to be marketable in an industry, you're going to have
Wanting
skills.
To be a particular, in a industry or a group, like you're not always gonna have 100% chance of getting that job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you can be a lawyer and have your fucking degree and be a lawyer, but like, sometimes you won't even like get a job at a law firm. Maybe it could be a solo practice. You can, do some other shit, but like, going there it just makes you classified. It's a piece of paper that acknowledges that you've passed these certain, tests to qualify as,
Yeah, but a lot of people need that piece of paper.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Like they need that piece of paper for you to even do it.
But like you know what I'm saying? Some people don't need say a high school diploma or college diploma to be successful or smart or to do things.
Yeah, I mean some people don't, and I mean that's actually her argument. She's gonna say
I think she's agreeing with you. Yeah.
She's definitely she's saying like if that's what you want to do, if you want to do something that like is gonna get you a job immediately, then like you should go to college.
That's what we said.
And that's what we say
in the last video. That's what we said.
Yeah.
Available to work on day one. I know how to do X, Y, and Z. Practical skills. Great. If you're going to go and you're just going to float around and you're going to take gender studies and you're going to, take some literature classes, and you're going to largely socialize because that's what college has become. And by the way, get indoctrinated, which is happening in colleges all across America. So you come out thinking one way and not free thinking for yourself. All of that happens, you come out and you have no practical skills. How is that helpful? Is it not more helpful for someone to sign on for an online program and learn how to actually do something? Or I'm not saying do nothing, but I'm saying there are alternatives now to a 4-year degree that are specialized, that are practical, so that somebody comes out and knows how to do something. As opposed to just, I'm smart, I went to college, what do you know how to do? I don't know.
If you go to college and you don't do a single internship, you don't get a single job, you don't do anything, I mean, you've wasted the experience. I mean, I can point to, if you want to say that that's going to be the archetype of the college student you want to hold up, then fine, then I'll say, if you don't go to...
Climbing up the ranks in a job.
Not necessarily.
I mean,
you wasted your time if you didn't climb up the ranks?
Yeah.
No,
but think about that, like, in a job, like, you're trying to climb, like...
But what if you can't? What if they don't give you, what if you just don't have the opportunity?
What if you're not trying to? And you're just working the job?
That's the same thing as college.
Well, then you're wasting your time.
Exactly.
Definitely. If you're not trying to, then you're
to work up the ranks, you're wasting your time?
I mean, unless, like, yeah, definitely. Like, you're wasting your time to being at that job. You should be at a job where you can be acquiring new skills and, like, and getting better jobs.
Any job at any point in time?
Pretty much.
Okay.
No, that.
I mean, what like you're.
Well, I mean, you may just need a job just to get a job, and you're just having.
Why do you need a job?
Hustle for money.
Yeah.
For the
you
time being.
You need money. Then you should. Then there's literally no reason, genuinely, no reason not to.
But you go to college to make more money. Be qualified to make enough money.
Like, you should be climbing up in the ranks of the business or just...
Whatever you're doing. Like, whatever you're doing, you should be trying to get farther.
Like, if you're at McDonald's, you should be trying to get
You should be trying to be a manager.
Like, manager?
You should be trying to be a manager at McDonald's to make more money and doing the same shit, yeah.
You don't think that?
I mean, not if you don't want to. Like,
I mean, what are you saying? Be stuck in a fucking crew position?
I mean, like, it's just... Like, if you understand what you're trying to do, I don't think you necessarily need to be climbing the ranks up of any type of job you have. Like, what
you're not going to college, you're not doing anything, you're working.
Oh, if you're not going to a job and you're not doing anything?
Yes,
you're
working.
Like, why are you working? Like, what do you...
I mean, like...
You have to
what are you going to college for? It's to be, you know what I'm saying?
There's other ways. I'm gonna say it depends on what your goals
in a job.
are.
If you're going to, here's what I'm gonna say. If you're going to college, and as Destiny said, you don't get any internships. You didn't talk to any other any jobs about your from your college or anybody who has any jobs about your college. Then you wasted college. You did. Like that was you wasted that experience.
Was that the time to do that?
Absolutely.
College internships?
Yes.
So what are people doing? They just going to class and studying?
Studying, yeah.
But it's for internships and things.
But
or you're supposed to do that during the time.
You're supposed to do that during the time. You're supposed to be able to be networking and connecting and moving up the ladder. There are so many people you to meet. The point of if you're talking to a professor, that professor probably has a doctorate, and you know what I'm saying. How many of his classmates have how many of the people who were in his class probably have their own say he's a doctor. How many people in his class are working at a fucking hospital? You know what I'm saying? How many people in his class are now doing these doing the job that you're going for? You know what I'm saying? How many people does he know that are doing that job? You have to understand the connections
or
that you have the ability to make.
Or if anything, work at a specific hospital.
You know what I'm saying? There's just so many people who know people at college. That's the whole idea. You need to network while you're at college. It's one of the best times to do so.
So that's something that students are forgetting to prioritize. Networking.
They're sitting there, they're partying. Okay, maybe parties you can connect with people.
You can,
but not in a.
You want another wavelength. If you go to a party to network, you want another wavelength, bro.
It's time to go, bro. It's time to network.
I
would do that. You're going crazy. Man.
Definitely gonna be successful.
That's how you be successful. That's actually how you be successful.
Okay, so that was his argument. First of all, if you didn't do that shit, you wasted your time. So what you said. Okay, well, let's keep going.
College and you just meander around, you work at 7-Eleven, then you get a job at McDonald's, then you become a McDonald's supervisor, and then you go work at Burger King. Well, you've also wasted 4 years of your life, right? I'm not going to compare the high-driven guy that doesn't go to college and does all the certifications on his own, all the workshops on his own, gets a huge job, and by 22 and then compare that to a college student that does nothing. That's not an equal comparison,
but forget about it. I had a 4.0. I worked my butt off.
I don't know what your college can you speak Spanish?
But there's plenty of people. Sure, of course I can.
Nice, and you're Miami, so that's good. There you go. That's a good skill you picked up.
But what was that going to do if I wanted to be a Spanish teacher? Great.
I can't go on your personal experience
so
because I
let's
don't know.
speak
But
in general.
this is something that I would beg conservatives to do. You have to stop attacking liberal arts because I'm tired on my stream of debating how many new black, trans, women characters are in the next TV show, okay? Conservatives have suicided themselves on the culture war because they refuse to engage in the things that matter culturally. And when you say things
What
like,
matters culture? That we're ignoring.
things like liberal arts are important, things like entertainment, things like music, all these things are really important things. And when conservatives just say, do STEM, don't do that, that's for losers, English is for losers, history is for losers, and you turn around and you're like, oh my God, CRT, that's horrible. Well, how do you expect, what else would CRT be besides something written by the most progressive and crazy people? Because all the conservatives are driven to only do engineering and technology, right? I want there to be a conservative that is studying gender studies. I want that to happen so that when people are saying things like, I think any gender can be anything and our pronouns should be Zer, I want a conservative there saying, you know what, I think it's good to push on some gender things, but that's a little bit fucking insane, you know? I think that'd be good. But when conservatives push for education to look a certain way, I think that some of it starts to become self-fulfilling, to where conservatives will say, I think the institutions are becoming a little bit ideologically driven. Stay away from the liberal arts. Or I think that college in general is becoming more ideologically driven. We need to kind of like do private schools and stay out of there. Well, what's happening to the schools? They're becoming more and more ideologically driven as conservatives refuse to engage with them. And then those people are growing up. They're joining the administration and the staff.
Well, he came at that at a very different angle. I didn't see his point until just then. He's saying like he's saying that he's tired of conservatives encouraging people to not go to college.
Not just to not go to college, but to specifically not go into these arts, the art degrees, because of all these people. They're always saying, man, you know, there's always a gay woman or an LGBT person in every TV show is always about the LGBT agenda and the right, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody said, I even say that. I mean, like, the video games now, you know what I'm saying? They all have an agenda in every TV show. But that's definitely because
you guys are pulling out of those fields and not
working
engaging into these fields and letting them dominate it. Well, but
to be fair, I would say
I think he has more to say. I think he's getting somewhere because that doesn't fully answer what she's saying. I'm sure she still feels, you know, confident in her feeling that you probably shouldn't go because it's like not necessarily going to be helpful for you, in her opinion.
Well, it might not. Okay, so individually it might not be, but it like overall they have a problem with the culture not changing because like it might. Honestly, being a teacher as an individual is probably one of the stupidest things you could do. Like it's not smart. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do well. Like that's not going to leave you with a nice, happy, like strong life that you can live for a good money. Like most people aren't going to. It's just not. They don't pay enough.
Yeah.
And the hours are too crazy. But like people who want to be teachers, they do it for a different reason. They want to mold the next generation. They want to teach people. They want to be that person. Like you might say that like going into these liberal arts degrees, going into all these social and cultural degrees, you know what I'm saying, is useless to someone if you're talking about making money. Yeah, of course. But if you're talking about like influencing the culture of the world or influencing like the future of our generations and stuff like that, it's not necessarily the same. Like it has different value in it.
It's for the people who want, and he's arguing for that.
He's arguing about the other value because
the other value of these degrees besides making money.
Yes,
that's what he's arguing.
Yeah,
that is like that is an important perspective,
especially because people are mad about the fact that they don't that these things are happening. Like, you know, a lot of people say, why the fuck is all these lefty politics stuff in all of our media and all of the, you know what I'm saying? That's because there's no right wingers actually like going into liberal arts and doing these things. It's just not how it is.
That's like an argument that I just wasn't expecting to be answered with that. That's a very different. That's. I feel like that's an outside the box claim. Like, not that it's wrong, but like I feel like he's having like a different. He's coming from a different angle.
Absolutely.
I don't even like. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I just didn't.
I mean, because like I've actually never had that good argument against that. Some of those points.
What she said.
Not what she said.
What he said.
What he's arguing against. Because I'm gonna be fair. I feel like Destiny is talking into the void right now a little bit. Like, I get why this matters to her claim, but like a little bit, he's kind of talking into like the general conservative void about talking and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't a response to what she said very much. It's more of a response to like the conservative voice in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of talking into the void. He made a good point, but he's talking into the void.
Let's see.
Now they're becoming even more left-leaning. And then conservatives are going, oh my God, look at all these liberal institutions. Look at how far left they are. And I grew up listening to Rush Limbaugh telling me constantly that this is what colleges were going to become. And kind of like mail-in ballots for Trump, it almost became a form of self-fulfilling prophecy, in my opinion.
But colleges have been like that. I mean, I went to college 20 years ago, and it was already like that. It was already all liberal all the time. I mean, conservatives, that sounds great. It sounds like a utopia. Conservatives go into a gender, gender studies class, and they talk about pronouns, and everyone has a great civil discussion and everyone disagrees. That's not what happens to conservatives on college campuses. They get shut down.
Of course.
They get put in the corner. You see, conservative can't even go to speak. I mean, a Tommy Lauren, whether you agree with her or not, can't even go to speak on a college campus without getting shut down, harassed, and they have to call in security. That's a huge problem. Why would a conservative parent want to send their child to an institution of supposedly higher learning where they're going to learn how to be a free-thinking person for them to either get indoctrinated or punished? Ridiculous. I would never. I hope that my child, I have a son, I have a 3-year-old, amazing kid, smart kid, great. What I want for him more than anything is for him, once he figures out what he wants to do in life, I would love for him to get some practical skills in that area. I don't need him to go to college for 4 years to learn how not to think, to be indoctrinated, for me to spend a fortune, for him to come to party and drink and do whatever he's going to do, and to come out and not know how to do anything. If he comes to me and he says, hey, listen, Mom, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and there's a program for this, and I
get the complete opposite of what they've always wanted.
Yeah, he's going to go to college on her.
Yeah. And some other shit.
He's totally going to college on her.
Yeah.
And
what makes you say that? Her kid's totally going to college on her. I feel like she's saying she's going to give her kid the choice. I'd say. You think she's gonna try and manipulate him not to go to college or encourage him not to?
That's the way she's talking. I mean,
she encourages.
She's saying all this and that. I want him to do this. I want him to do that. It's very controlling.
And you say she encourages everyone not to go to college. That's like her position is that she wouldn't encourage people to go to college. Like that's like
she tells people not to go to college because of her experience 20 years ago.
Well, no, what she argues about now currently too. She made arguments for now like. Our big thing is like the institution. I think she thinks is like corrupt.
She thinks
what institution?
Like you go there.
Well, no, I know.
It's on him.
But no, like right.
What institution?
College.
Yeah,
like American colleges is an institution. Like it's just pretty like they're pretty left wing. Like pretty like
too left wing. Like
you know what I'm saying. That's where you get all the gender studies and stuff all like that.
Why is it that like conservatives that like? Why is it that, like, whenever they speak and then they say the things that they do, they get harassed so bad versus the, the fucking writers who be like, they just, like, say, some stupid shit and they support, like, the people that, like, want things to happen, and they don't, like, get harassed as much.
Are you conservative, active?
I mean, I'm neither because
probably centrist, bro. Chaos pills, bro. I know it's funny. I like to say.
I'm like I know what's real and what isn't, and I feel like I you should be understanding of what the consequences are to certain things because everything has its consequence. Everything. Every action.
Oh, Mekti's a consequentialist.
Oh God, we getting in there.
You don't know about that, Liam? Mekti's all about the consequences.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. There's always a...
I can do it in 2 years, and I'm going to come out, and I'm going to be able to do this, and it's going to be really awesome, and that's what I want to do. Amazing. Let's do it. So conservatives aren't here saying, oh, humanities is a joke, and we don't care about English.
They do say that, but...
I mean, that's just... What they're saying is that if you're going to invest money in something, there should be a return on that investment, and that means that you should have a productive, free-thinking child at the end of that comes out and is in a better position than they were before they went in. That's not what's happening in college.
Everyone gets, though. Like, you gotta be, like, in a really good situation, in a good home, to have those kind of things, Not everyone's gonna have the skills.
College?
No, like growing up either way, like, she's saying.
Well, she should say, like, after college, you should be better in position.
Yeah, but not every kid's gonna go to college. Not every kid's gonna learn the same lesson.
She's saying if you do go to
college,
I'm
just saying, she's saying, like, just at the end of the college experience, you should be better off than
you were before?
Than you were before, yeah.
I mean,
and she's arguing that you're not.
In some sense.
Well, I would say so, yeah.
Isn't it an experience?
Well, you're supposed to learn a lot of things.
Yeah, it's an experience,
I think in general,
going
to college would be, you probably would come out with some, like, better off. Other than, because I will, I'll stand the college debt argument, because, college debt. Other than college debt, I would say, like, mentally, because that's what she's talking about. She's not even talking about money. Like, what? She's basically taking money out of the conversation and said that it's indoctrinating your children and turning them into
she brought up money once. She said, I don't want to pay a fortune.
But didn't the government just forgive a bunch of student loans?
I mean, they can't do that forever. They can't just forgive everyone's student loans.
Wouldn't this be the best time to go to college?
Now?
I mean, like in the sense of like, you know, in COVID times or whatever. I guess.
COVID times is when colleges stopped.
Well, online.
Having classes and then switched to online. What do you mean?
College didn't stop.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like it's being forgiven.
Sure.
Your student
loans. Isn't this the best time for student loan forgiveness?
She's talking about like student loans. Okay, what are you going in for that?
Yeah, like the point he's saying, like if you should actually go to college right now. Because if you're getting loans just like coming out and stuff, like you're getting your loans taken back and shit, then you should be going to college now and like find out if college is good for you or not. Then because you could walk away now and have them forgiven, which is probably a better option.
They are giving away.
What about a kid that's really poor and he has to try way harder than the rich kid whose parents are gonna pay him to get into school?
It's tough.
It's tough. It's not. It's like, you know what I'm saying. It's a different experience. All of it's a different experience. We've all grown up certain ways and we're gonna adapt to those ways. It's just, you know, it just depends on how you go to college and you, like, take in everything that's there, you know? Or, like, you party your fucking ass off and get nowhere, drop your class, and then now you're in debt.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to go there.
Trying to be a rock star?
Yes, sir. For 4
years. You go to college and be a rock star?
Yeah. That's what I was on, bro.
You know what you should do, Liam? If your idea is to become a rock star, you know what you do?
What?
Network hard as fuck and get the whole college campus on your music, bro.
Oh, that's true. That's actually true. And then, like, when you, that's true.
Band mode.
If I were hiring someone for a position today, I would much rather hire someone who did not go to college. Why?
No shot.
100%.
Absolutely
and I do it all
not.
the time. And the reason is that the people who go to college go through 4 years, and every single one of them talks and thinks and acts like a robot 9 out of 10
That's
times.
just, if I'm hiring somebody and I've got 2 equivalent candidates in front of me, and I've got a guy that was able to get his 4-year degree, that speaks volumes. I know that you can be on time. I know that you can show up every day and do what's assigned to you. I know that you have the ability to finish something. That's a hugely important thing versus somebody that shows up with no degree. If you don't have a degree, and you can make it without a degree, but you need a damn good portfolio to do that. And that is true advice for anybody working in any field. If
that
you think you can show up,
is on its way out.
It's absolutely. If it's on its way out, it's only because people are wanting more and more and more education. The college degree is the #1 grower of wealth inequality in the United States because people with college degrees are out earning everybody else so much.
Watch what happens in the next 10 years with college degrees.
It's becoming more of a it's only trended in one direction, where the degrees are becoming more and more important. It's so important. Even other conservative-esque people like Jordan Peterson talk about, like, how do we have a society where it functions when the IQ requirements for performing well in society are becoming higher and higher and higher and higher, where the types of work that we have, the specialization required, the training required is getting higher and higher and higher, to where having that 4-year degree is, from my day, it's the equivalent to it used to be having a GED or high school degree, where, like, if you didn't have high school in the 80s or 90s, like, well, man, what are you? You're a loser. Well, now, 2002, it just, the numbers don't lie. I mean, like, you can look at the median earnings for a high school degree.
What I'm telling you is that it is
changing, and that it's becoming more and more of a requirement.
No, you're talking to me about IQ as if college is an indicator of your IQ.
You don't think IQ?
No, it's not an indicator of your IQ.
And she didn't. Wait, came out of left field.
What is he about to say? What is he about to say?
Do you correlate to intelligence?
Many people I talk to every day who are entrepreneurs who didn't go to college or spent their college years doing nothing or wasted their college years or have that 4-year degree.
You invested your fucking...
He brought a point. He's really coming from
when did he say IQ? Then?
Numbers, right?
Did he say IQ?
No, she said IQ.
Because she said IQ.
She said IQ. He was basically saying like I'm gonna rely on the guy who has the college degree to show up on time and get things done because I know he qualifies.
I've heard that argument before.
I mean, I agree with that.
That's a really good argument too. I mean, because like he did.
He has the ability to go finish this college and get this degree.
He went to class every day. He studied. You know what I'm saying? He knows the.
Compared to a guy who didn't go to college, you know what I'm saying?
Even if you have the same, like, literally, if everything else is the same about these two candidates and one of them went to college, you're gonna pick the college fucking graduate every time. Would you not, Liam? Like, any job, it doesn't matter what
Wouldn't
job.
you feel like a loser
Liam,
if you didn't have your high school
Liam, let's talk about this, Liam. We're talking about...
Not necessarily.
We're hiring an editor, right?
Yeah.
Both of these two dudes, they've done some editing courses online, you know what I'm saying? Do editing, all that stuff. One of them has an arts degree. Not even for that, it's like for drawing, like painting. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Check their work.
Mm-hmm. No, but both of them have the exact same...
Yeah.
Exact same.
One of them has an arts degree?
One of them has an arts degree. I'm absolutely hiring the arts degree person more.
It just depends on who's...
No. They're the same. It's like all else equal, dude. You're hiring the dude with the arts degree. No way.
I don't think... If all else is equal and one has an arts degree, the arts degree doesn't matter.
It does.
But all else is equal.
Why does it matter? You want to know why it matters?
Why does it matter?
Because, like Destiny said, the three things that he said are just absolutely true. It shows that you have the ability to finish something. It shows you have the ability to come on time, and it shows the ability to just to process and to learn new things. Like,
is the price the same for both of them?
Yes.
All
is equal. You're not paying. You're not buying.
I don't. No, you having our degree at that point, where all is equal, from what I can tell, does not sway me. No.
You're crazy.
It doesn't. Okay.
Yeah. You're absolutely crazy.
Okay. All right.
Free, but partied and joked around all the time, and you'll talk to them and they'll say, I had a friend who didn't go to college at all but was motivated and was focused. I'm not saying don't do anything.
So this is what Destiny's about to say, and I think this is like the stupidest thing. This is why it's stupid. You know what she just said?
What?
So she's comparing the most driven person who didn't go to college.
What?
She's literally said, like, she's like, I know people who didn't go to college who are super driven and absolutely do like the work and do everything right. She's comparing the most driven person who didn't go to college, right?
Yeah.
To the least driven person in college. The person who didn't do anything in college and did nothing but doing this. She's comparing these two diametrically opposed people. You know what I'm saying? She's saying the best of people who don't go to college versus the people who are the worst of the people who go to college. You see what I'm saying? Like, the person who didn't do shit in college wouldn't have done shit if he didn't go to college. Like, who's sitting there and partied all day and didn't do anything and didn't have anything. These are the same people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would have sat at home and party all day and not do anything.
Yeah.
Like, you can't compare that person who, like, sat there and was
That's
lazy
a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people go to college for no reason.
But that's not what she's saying. That's not the point. A lot of people sit at home and don't do shit.
Yeah.
Like, you also wasted your life.
So what, you might as well go?
Yeah, well, no, because, like, now we compare the people who didn't waste their life and went to college and who didn't waste their lives and didn't go to college. And on average, people who go to college make significantly
more money. You know?
Have significantly higher standing socially, have significantly just better chances of doing, like, a lot of things. Success rate. Have significantly higher chances of getting married.
People who make college,
men.
people who have degrees make more money on average.
Yes.
But does everyone who has a degree make money?
Poopy Cat said, Nick just met Ye.
Yay.
Who the fuck is Ye? Kanye.
Hey,
oh, Nick Fuentes?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I forgot.
That's boy Poopy Cat. That's the boy.
Did you hear what I said?
Dude, does everybody everybody who doesn't go to college fucking, become an entrepreneur who makes all this money? That's what she's comparing him to.
I mean, a decent job. Does everyone who gets a degree get a decent job?
Everyone?
No. Dude, most of them get decent jobs.
Probably.
Shout out Poopy Cat, bro. Here,
50%.
I don't have the stats, Liam. You're asking me.
Because that would.
But like, is it you think it's more important? Like I think that the answer would have to be yes if we're talking about averages, because 0 does a lot to averages. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
0 does a lot. It halves averages, just automatically. But you can't these people have to be making good money. If the average person who goes to college is doing better than the average person who doesn't do college by significant margins, large margins.
I guess not everyone who has debt is crippled by it.
Most people aren't crippled by it.
Most people aren't?
No, and everybody who's talking... And now you could say that we have a big problem with debt, but we do have a big problem because there's a lot of people with debt. But I would like you to compare a lot of these people with debt and how they're living to the people without debt. Without college debt, who aren't college students, and how they're living.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, as an alternative to a 4-year degree for everyone, and some people may thrive in college. Like I said, you go to school for engineering, you go to school for a specialized subject, you go to school for someone where there's going to be an obvious reward to that program. Fine. I'm not telling people, everyone, this is a blanket recipe for you. However, there are going to be people out there who are going to want to do something specialized that does not fit in with a 4-year bracket. That doesn't mean that they're not going to work hard. That doesn't mean that they're not going to develop a skill set. That doesn't mean that they're not going to be marketable to an entrepreneur just because they don't have a 4-year degree. That way of thinking is going to be antiquated very soon.
I'll if you want to do a time frame and a $20 bet, I'll bet you money. It's the easiest money I've ever made. Okay, $20,
I can do that for $20.
5 years, whatever you want. We'll do another episode if we're still live.
But Steven, look at what happened. Honestly, look at the one of the reasons that we just went through, pandemic, whatever you want to call it, last couple of years, and you saw what happened on college campuses. Look at what happened. I mean, they locked kids down in their dorm rooms in many schools. They now are, instituting, I don't know how you feel about mandates. I strongly oppose the mandates, but they're instituting that on college campuses. You have parents all over the place that are watching this stuff and saying, what am I paying for?
I am 33 years old. I went through a phase when I was 15 where my parents did a certain thing and I didn't like that thing and I wanted to do the exact opposite of everything. Mm-hmm. At some point, we have to grow out of that. I can look at college campuses, and I've argued a lot of stuff. I think that I just went to the University of Texas in Austin and A&M, and I just did a Change My Mind event where I argue that wokeism is going way too far across most college campuses. I'm not going to disagree with it. That's absolutely true in a number of ways. People were writing, school administrators were writing if people needed therapy after the Rittenhouse verdict. Okay,
yes. Or the Trump win.
Yeah, it was unbelievably cringe. But I can't let that one thing that I don't like poison my mind against seeing all of the other upsides of doing college. Mm-hmm. If you have people that are capable of doing things outside of college, this is the advice that I give somebody. If somebody asks me, if they go, do you think I should go to college? And I go, if you have to ask me, the answer is probably yes. Because the type of people that are driven enough, like when you talk about people that didn't go to college that are entrepreneurs, they're not going to college because they did really bad in math and English and school's just not for them. They're not going to college because they're so busy with the path they're on in life. With what they've got already, they don't have time for it, right? There are people that are 19, 20. Yeah, they're already working with their parents' business. They're already have learned a trade, through their teen years because friends or a dad of a friend taught them things. They're already contributing to projects online. They're coding, they're programming 19, 20, 21. Right. And by the time these people at 22, 23, these are the stars. These are the people that they would come to me, hey, can I work on your website? Can I do it? And I go, oh, well, what have you done? And they go, this is what I've done. I go, okay, yeah, obviously you can work on my stuff. But a lot of people that don't go to college aren't like that. And it's a bit, I don't want to say delusional because that's too harsh, but this idea that like all these people don't go to college because they're so busy pursuing other things is just not true.
I'm not saying all of them, but that's where the role of parenting comes in, where you have to know your kid. You have to have.
I have my child is 11 years old, and I told him, if you want to get into YouTube, do stuff like I do, that's great. You're finishing school though. You absolutely are. You're doing college. It's once you have that degree, nobody can take it from you. You've shown something to the world. I might go, but that you can.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all right. Go to school. If you don't like it, it's fine. With that situation.
I mean, especially Destiny's gonna pay for his kid's school.
Yeah,
like, this kid is going. This kid going to school. It's like there is no downside.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, like he's like, I want to start a YouTube. He's like, you can't do YouTube until you get out of college. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, do this. Don't like it.
Is that what he said? No,
yeah, you got to finish college before you can do YouTube.
That's great. You're finishing school though. I have my child is 11 years old, and I told him, if you want to get into YouTube, do stuff like I do, that's great. You're finishing school though. You absolutely are. You're doing college. It's once you have that degree, nobody can take it from you. Mm-hmm. You've shown something to the world. I might go, but that you can finish a college degree.
You show a piece of paper to the world that says
I'm so jealous of. Give me your master's.
You can have it. You know what? You can have it because and I'll tell you why you can have it, because I learned more practical skills. Waitress.
So what?
Because she's like coming from a perspective of a person who has a college degree, and Destiny doesn't.
What kind of degree does she have?
Not just like somebody who does but like you have to understand, like you're saying this. Even here's the craziest thing. Even for Destiny, who wouldn't use it to like actually do anything, jobs or anything like that, him having a master's degree would be so beneficial for him. You want to know why?
Why?
Because there's all people shit on him about the fact that he's not qualified to make the takes that he makes. He's not qualified. Why is Destiny talking about this? He did not go to college. Bro is not. You guys say he's smart. He never graduated college. He's a dropout. You know what I'm saying? He never did this. If he had a master's degree and shit, his credibility is just way up here, bro. You're just more credible person after having a college degree. You're just seen as a more credible person.
I mean, I agree in some sense, and like majority of the people that would probably make sense, but like he said, there might be a guy who was in his late teens learning how to code now. He knows what he's doing versus a guy who's fucking 18 just went to college to learn the code. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but like, okay, but we're talking about two astronomically different people. What about like the person who's been knowing how to code since he was 19, then gets a college degree? Now he has both. Now he has a portfolio and a fucking you know what I'm saying, a degree behind his name. So he's gonna beat everybody in that shit. That's the same person. The same people.
Well, they're gonna look at him first. Like you're gonna be like the pickings. You know.
You know what I'm saying? You're number one on the picking chart now. You have both.
Like, all right, this guy right here has the most qualifications. Let's see what's up with him. If we don't like him, then all right. And then it goes on and on and on until it goes to the bottom. In my opinion.
I don't know, bro. Like.
I mean, it's all about, like, you can look at it as, like, you know.
Like, so Liam, all else equal, but this girl is this girl is your sister's ex-boyfriend. Like, but all else equal, you got two candidates. One of them's your sister's ex-boyfriend. Which one do you hire? Ex-boyfriend. Which one do you hire? All else equal.
I mean, I guess, like, the one who's not my sister's ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. We're saying it's just one little thing on top of everything else you had. Like, this dude's just as good as him, just as this, but we have this little bit more information about him.
Yeah, so like when you're that good as a person, that college degree doesn't mean much to me. Like when you're that good already, like I'm an artist, I don't feel like you need like school to be an artist.
He's not an artist. That's not what we're not. We're not paying him to be an artist. He just has an artist degree. The point is the degree is irrelevant. The point is we're hiring an accountant.
Okay.
Fuck it. And these two people, neither, like, one of them didn't go to college, one of them did, right? Not for accounting. One of them went to college for fucking art. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
See what
Both
I'm saying?
accountants?
Both accountants.
I mean, I guess
both
I go with the
all
degree
else
in this
equal.
case.
You go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Not like.
Depends on the case.
No, but he's not. But he's not. They're accountants. They both have all else equal.
Yeah.
All else equal.
I mean, in the
literally
case,
all
in the case of accountants, like I would go for that.
We're getting a video editor, bro, and he's a math major. Say all else equal. You're not hiring the math major?
I mean, like,
it's probably more responsible, bro.
He could not be, though.
Could not be.
Getting a college degree does not mean you're gonna do everything right. It could increase likelihood.
It is definitely increasing your likelihood.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean
what was you gonna go to college for?
What was I gonna go to college for?
Yeah.
I don't have anything I want to go to college for.
Exactly.
I was just told to go But I'm glad I did because I took one class I liked, and then it was like Japanese class. That was lit.
But look at here. You don't need to go there to get like Japanese class. You go.
I mean,
online.
I think that is a cool place to learn to do it because it's like the students are there and you interact with the teacher.
And you can get like
I get a Japanese teacher like that one-on-one, like if she actually speaks the language, I can hear it. She can correct me. You know, she's a native speaker.
Online.
Like that's good. I think it's better in person.
Why?
Because you're speaking to people.
You can be speaking to people.
I think it's better in person.
I think why is it in person better?
What's the difference?
I think face-to-face interaction.
Just hearing.
Yeah.
Face to face, we got Zoom,
it,
bro. We got Zoom, bro.
I mean, if you want to think that's the same, bro, I think face to face.
See, that's
language is better.
That's the difference, bro. See, like you're seeing it as like, in that particular sense, I can see why you're saying that about college, bro. Because you're just looking at it as like.
What are you talking
different
about?
Thing, right?
What are you talking about?
You just like thinking in like different sense, and that's all right.
What do you think I think about college?
Like you're thinking like her.
No.
Right?
No, he's not thinking like her actually. I think what I see what Mekti's thinking though, it's not what you think about college. It's how you think about life. Like you think differently because like it doesn't.
And
it absolutely like you're saying it's not like everybody who goes to college is necessarily more responsible. And I didn't say go to college. I meant like actually completed.
Graduated. Not everyone graduates.
No. Not everyone, which is true. Not everyone, but on average, that person is probably more responsible than the average person who didn't go to college.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just across the board, like that just makes sense, bro. Like if you see that is a good indicator that this person is probably more responsible than the person who didn't.
I agree. Honestly, because I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm probably not the best worker. You know what I'm saying?
Worker and what do you mean?
Like he said, show up on time, blah blah blah.
Responsibility, all these things.
Yeah, I'm not like a responsible
You're not
person.
very punctual.
But I don't think me having anything with diploma has anything really to do with that. But like other people having it, it's like a good sign though. It just shows that you can commit to something. You know what I'm saying? You're about it. It's about commitment. It's all about commitment. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
there's a bad in every
people
sense.
are coming into college with different perceptions.
But it's not about coming in, like coming out.
People are coming out of college with different perceptions.
True.
And that is not necessarily going to translate to you being punctual with everyone you work with at all. Not as well. I mean, it's kind of influences, but inherently not at all. Inherently not at all.
You don't think that?
I don't think you having a college degree means you're going to respect.
You think on average
everyone's time?
Likely. You said likely. You don't think it'll you're more likely to respect everyone's child.
I think there could be a likelihood increase. I'd say there's a likelihood increase.
That's the whole point of it. Okay, bro. It's literally like somebody. It's like all else equal, but this guy has shown that he has another job that he was punctual to every day, like a job that he was able. But this guy showed. Yeah, I'm like this. The whole difference is like it's the same person, except this person showed me that he can maintain a job for 4 years.
I mean, yeah, it depends on the field, what they're hiring.
No, like I'm just saying, like anybody, right? No, it doesn't matter what. Like
what?
The only difference between the two candidates is that one of them has shown that they can maintain a job for 4 years.
I mean, I'd say there's a likelihood of him being, I guess, punctual in a sense. He has a punctual certification.
I'm saying, like, that's literally what I'm saying. That's what college is. That's what college tells me, that you have maintained a job for 4 years.
All right.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you. It's not even that like you're smarter than them. You've done more than anybody. Like you're just the guy that I've seen can maintain a job for 4 years. Versus the guy who I've not seen that from. Like I'm definitely hiring the guy who's maintained a job for 4 years because I don't need somebody who's not going to maintain. I'm just like, and that's only one of the benefits. Like that's only one of the things that add to your qualifications from going to college. That's just one piece of the puzzle. Not to mention that you're like you're more educated. You're more likely to be more educated. You probably have a more diverse knowledge of things. You probably know about more different things, even if it's not necessarily integral to what you're talking about. You probably know
supposedly, but no, people don't necessarily come out with like vast or knowledge or any special takes or any special knowledge. A lot of people don't come out.
I'm not saying special knowledge. You don't think college. There are things in college. If you didn't go to, you think if the person who went to college doesn't know about, definitely, 100% doesn't know about the things that people who didn't go to college do. Like absolutely.
Plenty of people who go to college forget tons of things though.
Everybody who went to school forgets tons of things. Should we like? It's like saying high school, going to high school isn't a fucking factor. Like what? Like. There's plenty of things you forget from high school. Like I think that going to high school is still a big deal. Like,
well, okay.
Learn a lot of. I mean, no, wait, pause. I got you right here.
What's up?
Do you think that there's a big difference between like college and high school?
Yeah.
In terms of like, but not in terms of forgetfulness. Do you think that there's a big difference there or no? Because
I'd say they forget the same. Okay. They're structured similarly.
Okay. No offense on to Mehdi, but Mehdi has told me this personally. Mehdi feels sometimes that like there are things that he doesn't know that he wish he could know that most people would know, that like people who finished high school would know, just because like he knows he didn't.
Okay.
And he's talked about this within his normal life like a bunch. Like this is just things that happen. I am 100% positive that this is the exact same experience with people who've gone to college and people who don't.
And it just like
I'm sure there's a significant amount of people who feel that way.
Think about this, bro.
That they wish. Hold on, I'll get this talk. I'm sure there's a significant amount of people who feel like who feel that there are things that you would know in college that you would learn in college that they wish they knew, and they didn't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people who feel that way. Could you just look that up? Yeah. I guess you would know. You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But I mean
you could just look up anything. I guess you don't need to go to high school either, right? Like, you just look that up too. Like, look up everything. No, I mean, you just look up everything, right? Why do we go to school? We just look it up. Everything should just be. We just look up everything on the internet. Stop sending kids to school.
Yeah.
That's just what we should do.
I mean, I'm sure there's a significant amount of people who feel that way.
What I'm saying?
Not everyone feels it. Yeah, what you're saying.
That we should stop going to school?
No.
This is your position. Oh, okay.
No, that you said. My position is what?
Well, we shouldn't go to school.
I didn't say
why
that.
Why would we go to college? Why are we going to high school? We can just look it up.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Then you should. I think you should go to high school. I guess.
Why? You should just look it up.
Yeah, but you won't.
Yeah, but you won't.
You won't do it.
Okay. Yeah, but you won't.
And you won't like teach yourself.
Okay. Yeah, but you won't. That's my answer to you.
Okay.
No, like.
Well, yeah. I'm saying. I think there's a significant amount of people who feel that way. It's my.
It's not a take.
I mean, I don't have like an argument against
You were
that.
just
Okay.
In New York City than I ever got from getting a master's degree at Columbia University. And if I could go back in time, I always say I wouldn't change anything because you know how you see those movies where you go back in time and I want my family to be what it is today and I love my child. I wouldn't want to move any of those puzzle pieces. But if I could go back and not move any of the puzzle pieces and not have wasted a year at Columbia University, I got it for free and I can't even justify it.
It's a unique experience though.
Great. It was a unique experience. I was miserable.
Then you should have done something better with it. But you know what?
It was not practical.
Where are there more miserable people at? Miserable people getting their masters at Columbia's or miserable people that are doing waitressing in New York City?
You know what? I don't know, actually, because everybody I worked with was happy.
Then here's a question. If we talk about all of the elites in society, the elites that run everything, I know you guys like that one. What do they do with other kids? What do they do with other kids? They're getting them into the best university, the best Ivy League schools. You're going to Stanford.
Why is that?
But these guys are so successful. Shouldn't they be telling their kids, no, not my son's not going to waste his time at Harvard or Yale. My son's going to go out and he's going to start working at 19 because education is important. It's the foundation that you build the rest of your life on. And you're at the one stage in life where you can continue to learn and acquire knowledge and a unique skill set you can't outset.
You know that's not why.
It is absolutely.
They're all of the same political mind. They are more than happy. You're talking about liberal elites in New York City. Of course, they're more than happy to take their kids and put them in the best universities because they know that the indoctrination that they have started in their household is just going to continue beautifully over there.
Somebody's going to send their kid to Harvard just to finish indoctrinating? You indoctrinate their own household.
These pieces of paper look great on a wall. What does it mean?
It shows that you went to for 4 or 5 years. You took some classes. You passed some tests. You could do a thing. Do you care about reading scores or tests when you talk about like black communities or disadvantaged communities?
So I'll say like companies will care about that with varying degrees. Your degree.
The more money you're making, the higher chance it's going to require more like better college degrees.
I think that's also a factor. I think that's also a factor. The more money you want, the more, the greater the degree you'll have. Experience matters too, though, for companies. Like, say if you have a job where degree is required, then like you're dealing with a lot of people also have that same degree. So then experience matters, and then the higher degree also matters.
Well, yeah, in a field where you have to have a degree to do so.
Yeah. So,
right, but like those are.
So what about like higher tier jobs where you don't need a degree but you have a degree and you can get it?
Yeah, you're probably going to hire the people with degrees. Even the places that I'm sure that the highest places actually don't necessarily require jobs. Like even places that like don't necessarily require you to have a college degree probably have all college people, right? All people with college degrees inside of them. All the richest people in the world get their kids, like Destiny just said, all the richest people in the world get their kids college degrees.
Just to get it, bro.
Force their kids to get college degrees like they.
But they got the money, so like
they have the money, so the money.
Oh, why not?
Of course, but like you know what I'm saying. Because but the point is, it's not about like you getting to like debt being irrelevant, because like that's not the argument that they're making. You're literally saying that like you shouldn't go to college, not like that you're gonna be in debt. You're saying that you shouldn't go to college because like college is just not good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like college is they're saying college is intrinsically bad for you. You know what I'm saying? But college is obviously.
That's what you're saying. If you fuck up, it's bad for you. And that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Are you in debt?
Am I in debt? No.
No.
I kind of
think
am.
so?
I am like $1,000.
Oh, you owe a rack to the government?
Yeah, I owe a rack, I think.
Hey, you an outlaw.
Yeah, dude. It's rough.
$1,000 bounty on his head.
Outlaw
shit,
star.
dude.
He got the chopper bounty.
Can't pay for food, I can't buy clothes. It's rough, man.
Yeah.
My boy got
when you gonna pay back?
Dude, like, when am I gonna eat?
Outlaw, bro.
You know? Like,
couple years.
Yeah, like when am I gonna get off the streets?
You said life with
get off of drugs, you know? Like it's like there's just a process.
Yeah.
And then,
but did you ever finish the courses?
I finished like a handful of courses.
That means you can always go back. You already started.
Yeah, I mean,
I bet you in the future you're gonna go back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll see. I don't want to, but
I got a good feeling.
You have a good feeling I'll go back to study what?
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna be an astrophysicist.
Maybe I might be.
Maybe. I don't know what that is. Yeah.
It's like star
or like work in a STEM field.
Nah, bro.
Stone field.
Liam's gonna go for art.
No. So that's the one thing in college I think you probably isn't the best.
You want to know why I think you should?
Why?
This is purely.
I could learn a lot in a college class for digital art.
This is purely genius.
But I think I'd like to take, if anything though, if I would go that far, I think I'd rather like get a Skillshare class.
Purely, this is my reasoning, Lamb.
Why?
Because you are already spending the time drawing, trying to learn these skills.
Yeah. Already.
And this is just an excuse to do so. That you can tell your parents is actually worth it.
Yeah, but
you know what? That's my answer for most.
Is it worth the cash?
No. This is my answer for most people who want to be artists in their life, but you know what I'm saying, are being told by their peoples that they shouldn't be artists and stuff. My argument is go to college for art. Go to college and take an art class.
But like, what are you gonna do with that degree?
No, it's not the point.
It's for the skills.
You get to learn the skills, not just learn the skills. You don't have like there's the stigma isn't as large against you as it would be.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being a little artist, like I'm an artist, mom.
Yeah.
And
no college,
no degree. You know what I'm saying? Now, like you know what I'm saying? You look kind of bummy, but then if you're going to college and like you say I'm an artist, bro, like you know what I'm saying, I'm doing art, and you taking an art class or something like that, probably a good idea, bro.
Yeah, but is that worth the money? Looking good, is that worth? I mean, the money.
Pause. Isn't looking good the whole point? Like, looking good is how you get jobs, move things in life. Like,
but I'm not doing this degree.
That's the whole point of a degree.
Is that worth the money?
Pause. The whole point of a degree is to look good. You disagree?
Well, it's supposed to be firm certification. It's not that it looks good, but it actually certifies you. It looks good because it's precise.
Because it certifies you.
It's not about the look.
It is about
the look. Is an effect.
No one cares about the certification. You wouldn't care that you're certified. Listen. It's about how it looks, and that's the whole thing. Because you could be certified and not go to college. But the college degree, nigga, looks better. It's a look.
Because it's a higher level of certification, is what it's assumed. That's why it looks better.
But it's not.
Because it's not. It's not a high level of certification.
No.
College isn't the highest level of certification.
No. For most things.
It's higher than college.
No, you can take like the certification that you're talking about. Yeah. You can get most certifications that college can give you. Without college, you can do it online. But you get the college degree, you just look better. You just look better.
It's not better, you just look better.
You just look better.
We just honor college more.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if that's entirely true.
You don't think that you look better for having a college degree?
No. I think they're... Like, you said that college degrees are not better than these other certifications.
They're not.
Like, they're the same. It's just college looks better.
It's true.
Why does college look better?
College is always better. It's a part of our culture. But it not just looks better. There is, which I explained about four or five. I've explained the reasons about 4 or 5 times to you. But you know what I'm saying. Destiny also told you this. Is like, first of all, shows that you can show up on time for a multiple period of time. Second of all, shows that you're able to complete something. Third of all, you know what I'm saying. It shows that you have a diverse, like a diverse learning, and that's just true. All three of these things are true about college versus all these other things. These things are more particularly true. Like these are indicators of these three things. These things have to happen for you to complete college. Not to mention the general stigma we've had around college for all time as higher learning.
Well, So if you can get the same, so if the college degree isn't even better, and you can get that certification without college, then why are you going to college? If you can get that same certification to get that same job, you're really going to college.
No. You said didn't get the same job. You missed it.
What?
To get the job, it's about to get a job. What is the most important thing in getting a job?
What?
How you look, not physically, because I'm not black pilled. Y'all niggas. Not physically, but how you look on the resume. What your fucking resume looks. How you look. How it makes you look. How your things make you look. That's the most important thing.
So a college degree is better then?
But it's not better.
It looks better.
It looks better.
But it is better. Well, but if it looks better... and
that's what I'm saying, that looking better is better. That's what I was saying. That looking better
is better.
Looking better is better.
But
now, Liam. Listen. You're a better drawer. You draw just as well. You just look better.
The certification you have, like, okay.
You literally just look better.
If just looking better makes you, with a degree, if that degree lets you overtake anyone who has that same certification without a degree, that college degree, regardless, like how you're saying it looks better, it is better.
Liam.
This degree is better than this one.
Liam. But this is the difference, because the assumption that is made is when you say better.
Yeah.
Is that you learned something new or you got something else, and fuck you. You learned something new or got something out of it that you didn't get from the other one. Learned something new and things, but you didn't that certification, because it's not that, but because these actually there's a difference. There's the degree and then there's a certification, right? The certification is you learn this skill set and you have the same skill set as this person.
Yeah. And
then getting the degree means you finished college.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But these two things aren't the thing. That doesn't mean you have a higher skill set. Literally going to finishing college doesn't mean you have the higher skill set than the person who finished this.
Agreed.
Doesn't mean you're better than this. All it means is it just looks better. It just looks better.
If that college degree is more valid physically just because of the looks, and we've been looking at that for decades, that college degree is better.
Liam, I'm so happy you agree with me.
What?
Because, Liam, you're better. You're just as good. And you're just as good at drawing as someone who finished college. Let's say that.
Okay.
But the other dude looks better.
Okay, he has certification and I don't.
But you don't. But it's not the point, Liam. Because you see, it's not because he's not you're not actually certified in anything in art. You just literally finished college. It's not. You could.
College isn't a certification.
It is not. It just literally means you finished college.
Well, so the banner of finishing college is better than certification then.
Yes.
That's okay. Well, that's all I'm saying.
That's what. No, it's not. Go back, Liam, because I'm telling you. Because I was saying, because we were talking about. I'm saying that college is about how you look, and that's all it is. And you're saying, why would you pay that to look better?
That's all it's for.
That's
looking
all
better
it's
is
for.
Better.
That's the whole point.
It's not even for the job that you're getting.
It's not even about
better.
Being good. It's to look better.
All right. So I was looking at colleges for a job. I'm going to college to get a job.
To get a job, it's so you look better. To get a job, that's the whole point. To get a job, you need to look
study
better.
a field, the specific field.
But to get
a job.
But no. You study the specific field.
Yeah.
So that you look better when you go get that job.
When you go get these various jobs that you can get with this degree.
Yes, because as she said, you come out of college with no practical skills.
Yeah.
You suck. You're trash. You're garbage. Even though you just went through 6 years of school. You're garbage. Right?
Yeah.
You have no practice. You just look good enough to be hired. You look better than the rest of this fucking riffraff out here who hasn't gotten a degree.
No, Magdy. Yeah. Look better than this riffraff.
It's been like an hour.
Maybe not. So are you with this? Is Destiny just more based here?
Yeah.
She is more based. She's kind of unhinged, right?
Well, no, her whole argument is that college is bad.
It's bad, yeah.
Because it indoctrinates your children and stuff.
Because she went to college.
She's convinced because she did bad.
And she's like, look, you fucked up.
Look, you fucked up, bruh.
I have a master's degree. You fucked up. Damn, Destiny. See, college is about more than a degree.
It is.
College is a game, dude. College is a
Life's
game.
A game, bro. You're just going to a specific part of it.
College is your gaming. That's like the route you chose to game is what you did with college. Like, you have to do a lot of things. It's not just a degree. It's the connections you make, and then actually finishing, and what degree you finish in. Like, you have to know what you're doing. You have to know, you have to know, like, your end game with college, dude.
Well, you kind of, here's the thing,
You have to play chess with college. What?
Like, the thing we all miss in the middle of this is that you forget the bigger picture, because you need to play chess in life. You
do. But, like, I just think that I don't think people are looking at college that way.
Right, and I think that people aren't, my thing is that, like, whenever we say, like, because we talk bad about college because people aren't looking at college this way is my thing. But it's not that, like, we need to be talking bad about these people, because you need to do that in life regardless of if you're going to college or not.
It's true. If you're looking at it in life, you're going to look at it that way in college.
Yeah.
So we just teach kids with the wrong mindset from the ground up.
Yes.
And that's the problem.
Yes.
And that's why they're allowed being manipulated, because they can.
Yes.
So it's not college inherently, but forces.
And that's what Destiny's saying, that, like, these people who are fucking up in college we're gonna fuck up anyway.
The reasons behind shit.
Yes.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not planned and don't know where you're going, you don't.
It's like, not everyone, just because, like, people who aren't in college is like they know what the fuck they're doing. They're trying to do something,
Right. The people who did really well and didn't go to college, they whenever they were fucking 19, 18, they were already working on the thing that they were doing very well in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They people talk about how, like, Bill Gates or something didn't go to fucking college or something like that. But he was sitting there grinding all fucking. He was on the grind set, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people you're comparing them to. You know what I'm saying? You're comparing this nigga who spent all day, all night, couldn't sleep, working on the grind set, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if that person was going to college. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody who couldn't sleep, out here on the grind set, studying. You know what I'm saying? Putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? Working on their skills and shit. That person's gonna be the best, whatever they fucking were gonna do in the college anyway. You know what I'm saying? These people are gonna just be necessarily. A person that driven, absolutely
is Bill Gates.
Like Bill. Somebody driven like Bill Gates. If somebody built with that kind of drive is going to college, they're going to be fucking drive. They're going to be moving like that, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about these kind of people who are moving all night, all day, and who don't go to sleep and stuff like that. These kinds of people, like.
That's when Bill Gates doesn't sleep?
He didn't, is what he said. He used to say it was bad when he was a kid. You know, he worked hard. Like, these niggas they work, you know what I'm saying, 40-hour days. You know, like 40-hour days. There's only 24 hours in a day.
40-hour days?
40-hour days. I'm just saying, like, these people are crazy in terms of their work ethic and the way that they go about things. If the people with that kind of work ethic and drive went to college, it'd be the same. Like, they would succeed as well. Like, you're not going to have people who, like, who are moving and working as hard as they are who go to college who aren't succeeding. It's just not. That's not.
Yeah, we're going to college to get lit and get on these girls.
If that's what you're doing and then you end up with debt, bro, like, fuck it.
My boy.
Hey, bro, wait, we coming out with debt then? Nah.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Going to college, you say go to college to be a rock star, and then, like, you get fucked after.
You come out with 15 bodies, though.
Hey, it was good, too.
It was good, too.
No got lit.
And probably a couple of friends, maybe.
Was it worth it? Did you network? Maybe you networked.
No.
No?
I ain't talking to nobody, bro.
Now we're done?
No, I fucked them, and then look, I got rid of my phone number,
what
bro.
were
They
you
can't hit me up
studying?
no more.
What were you studying?
I didn't go to
The
class.
art of pulling hose.
True.
For like 15K a year?
Yeah, bro, I went to Tate University.
Facts. That's what you learn at Tate University.
The art of pulling hose, bro.
Yeah, Hustlers University.
Yeah.
Hustlers University.
If Tate was here,
he'd be like, Hustlers!
Yo, Tate would be like, you know what, her name is Jedediah. She's like, you know what, Jedediah, I agree with you. This is actually why I employ students to go to Hustlers University.
Hustlers University, I swear.
Where we actually teach you real skills.
We teach you the real skills, the art of pulling hose. The true.
That's exactly what Andrew Tate would say. I don't think he's on that anymore, though. I think he's like...
He's a changed man.
He's Islam now. He's Islam.
Nah, bro. He's not. He didn't cut off the misogyny.
Hustlers University?
Yeah, misogyny's still going, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you say that like it's a crime that they can't read, that they can't do math? Why does education matter only up to a certain point, but not past that?
Because of what's happened to college in the last 2 decades.
Because of woke people?
Not just woke people.
Boogeyman scared the kids
off
of college campus?
People, but if college is not a place where you're learning how to think anymore, and if college is not a place where diversity of thought actually exists, and if college is not a place that embraces true diversity, not just in what color are you and what your culture is, but in how you actually view and see the world, then what's the point? Why do I need to to send my kid to go in and come out a robot. It's ridiculous.
Because
so I'm not saying there's no value.
Because the median earning of somebody with a 4-year degree is $20,000 a year higher than.
And what I'm telling you is, I see your stats, I hear them, but what I'm trying to say is that way of looking at the world and that way of idolizing this piece of paper is going to be on its way out very soon, because what you're seeing is a rejection of $50,000 or $60,000 or $70,000 a year investment, and then you have a kid that comes out and you're like, what did I just do? The kid often comes out dumber, less able to think for themselves, and less accomplished, and they sit on the couch that year and they say, what are you going to do now? I'm not sure.
All of that, and they're still out earning their high school peers. It's crazy how that works. And they had 4 extra years together. I guess all that experience at Burger King didn't
We're
pay
not
off.
talking about today, but watch what happens. And I'm not talking about getting a minimum wage job as an alternative. What I'm saying is people need to broaden their minds. College still exists, and it will be the appropriate decision for some. Alternative programs do exist and will be the appropriate decision for some in order to, yes, you want to get educated. You want to get a path towards success. You want to get a path toward learning actual skills. That's not going to be college for everybody. That's all I'm saying. It's a little bit more gray for me than that. I don't want that to be everybody's prescription because I don't think it fits everybody's life.
Okay, well, this is a...
Based.
That was based. That was more based. She got rid of the hysteria.
Okay, what's that?
far different statement to I don't want every single person going to college versus college
I don't
is a
want
waste
every
of
single,
money.
I don't
well,
want
is
every
college a
single
waste of money?
person.
You just not want it? Because I agree, there are some people that would do way better in trade schools. I hated school. I sucked at school.
There you go.
And so, yeah, maybe I would have done better in like a different type of program
that's
coming.
his perspective too. He's like, bro, I didn't
I'm
go to.
based,
I
bro.
dropped out. I took my path, and I rolled those dice, and I got the money. I'm not saying you should fucking do that. Look at the numbers, bro. You should go to college. I like how he's still like adamantly about going to college.
Listen, look at the numbers though.
Even though he literally like straight, and that's why Sneeko couldn't get with him. He's like, dude, like I fucking hate you.
You didn't go to college.
You were literally exactly what I'm trying to tell, like explain, and that's like, no, dude.
You're stupid.
I'm a lucky boy. Now Destiny was on his grind. He knew what the fuck he was doing.
He didn't. He was lucky as fuck.
Out for sure. And I grew up as a millennial, and millennials were all told, go to college, go to college, go to... It was like the only thing you...
Right.
Right after breathing and eating, go to college. So, yeah, I agree that there are different paths for different people.
So that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is...
No, what you were saying earlier was that college was a waste of money.
No,
That's what you said earlier.
college is largely a scam for many people.
Okay, well, that's a different statement than not everybody should go to college.
But no, it is largely a scam for many people. But I also believe that because I don't believe in one size fits all for anything, whether you're talking about the medical system, whether you're talking about anything, I don't like one size fits all mandates. I don't like any of that. I say, know your kid, have a conversation with your kid, understand your kid. They're going to have gone through high school. You're going to know what that experience was like. You're going to know what they like. How driven are they? What are they interested in? Have those conversations and don't get told by people that college is their only answer and their only path towards success. I don't believe that to be true. And I do believe 100% that college, not a scam for everybody, but in large part for many students that come out, they come out dumber, less able to think for themselves, and it's a disgrace for how much money their parents have invested for 4 years.
Okay.
100%.
And I've seen plenty of
that.
people that skip college that they'll do the one leap year. Well, I'm just going to take 1 year off. They never got back into it, and their lives just kind of petter out to nothing. Very few of these people become successful entrepreneurs. Very few of these people go on to acquire valuable trades and skills. Okay. Usually they end up doing some kind of work, and they kind of promote, and they're just kind of like whatever for the rest of it.
Okay, I want to talk about one of your you have a nuanced opinion on
everything.
Minors, puberty blockers, some of this. I don't know if on puberty blockers, but you talked a little bit about sports as well, transports, etc.
They're moving on now.
Are we anti? I don't know if we're anti-trans enough for this.
Okay, yeah. Okay, all right, guys. So, so they talked about that again. We talked, and so I'm coming out of here. I feel exactly the same as that. Everyone feel exactly the same. College is the way for some people. If it is, good for you. Get on your grind. But like some of y'all, it's not. In that case, it's fine. Just
get on your grind.
Get on your grind. It's not about that. You have to really just understand your personality and what you want out of life and what's best for you. So a lot of y'all are in college because of family pressure. That's hard. I'm sorry.
Get on your grind.
Yeah, like maybe you don't have like a supportive environment for you to do the things that you really want to do when you're in college because of that. And maybe you're still good at college anyways. I don't know. But yeah, really just.
But here's the question, Lane.
What?
If you're being forced to go to college, right?
Yeah.
Then assumably they're paying for college.
No. A lot of people like they'll go and then like they still have debt. Definitely not. Their college is getting paid for.
No. The people who are being forced.
Yeah, definitely not. Like parents of like.
How are you being forced then?
Many varying. I don't know. Well, just maybe not forced, but like pressured heavily into going. Then you basically feel forced. Like in extreme cases, your parents may not let you extreme. I'm not even gonna. I would say extreme. Like parents might not even let you live there, but that's pretty intense. They'll probably just like really just get on your ass or not support you in other ways. At the worst, in like the environment that you have, a lot of people have that. So like a lot of people are pressured heavily into college.
Well, I mean, but like, here's my thing.
What?
Because this is the Tate prescription, bro.
What?
Look, bro. If you're not going to college, as a guy, I'll say as a guy, because I don't know about women. If you're not going to college, but you're going to the gym, got a job, you know what I'm saying? And you're out here working, and you could like leave the house, you go do shit every day, you know what I'm saying? You're probably not gonna have problems. You and your parents probably won't have problems. But
oh yeah, if you're just he said that like, okay, what do you keep saying? But yeah, sure.
But like and so like just saying, that's base facts. That's a base Tate fact. But you know what I'm saying? But if you're going to college, but if you're that kind of person who's just sitting at home and not really doing anything, and then your parents are telling you to go to college and you're not doing shit, like you should probably go to college. Like, or like go do something. Like if you were doing something, you wouldn't have as much pressure as I think.
I can see that for a lot of things, right? Like, you know, if you really, I guess, yeah, you shouldn't be doing nothing, right? Even then, you know, still college may not. I mean, if you know, Destiny said if you're asking if you should or shouldn't go to college, probably give it a whirl. Because that was in me, right? And then like I gave it a whirl, and then you know, even though I don't necessarily want to go right now, I'm actually glad that I went during that time. It was good to have my foot step in the waters to see, you know, a bit what I was getting into, and like in the end I did gain a bit that I'm glad that I walked out with. So, you know. Shit is like that.
Yeah, but
fuck college! Nah.
Yeah. All right.
Anti-establishment.
Hey guys, so yeah, next week, bro. Nick Fuentes and Kanye, bro. We'll see you guys. You know what's up, Poppycock, bro.
Gang shit.